That was my first time in Wrigley,
Mhm.
and it was for a Michigan football game, so of course that makes it even better on top of it. Um, we had some insanely good seats for the game too. I was very
Nice.
stunned by the seats that we ended up having for it. So that was fun. But just such a cool venue itself. Like the whole town around it, like Wrigleyville, really awesome. We were at Murphy's before the game, which
Mm.
is right outside of the stadium, right next to where the big noon kickoff setup was too. So was kind of like watching that for a little bit while we were hanging out there. Walked in, old school baseball vibes. Everything was brick. Walking around was cool. They still got like pillars in the middle of the stands because that's how they used to build stadiums. Like the whole thing was just sweet. It was like, whoa, this is awesome. I'd love to see a baseball game there, but I was
Yeah.
very happy that I was watching my boys in blue
Hell yeah.
scrape out a victory. That was the only frustrating part of the day was we moved up and down the field with ease against Northwestern, but we turned the ball over 5 times and had to
Oof.
rely on a walk-off field goal to win the game when we should have just handily won. But
That's
wins
tough.
wins a win.
A win's
Northwestern
a
have been
win.
trending upwards, and we'll walk out of Wrigley with a W. We flew the W in Wrigley. It was kind of funny though because at the end of the first quarter, they start to play Mr. Brightside because that's what they play at the Michigan songs at the end of the third quarter, going to the fourth,
Mhm.
and they rickrolled the entire stadium. Literally, it's getting to like to the part where you start singing and it goes do 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 do. It was
That's
so funny
awesome.
because it was still a Northwestern home game. So like it was the
Yeah.
Northwestern band and the Northwestern fanfare and everything, but it looked like it was going to be one of those things where oh they're playing to the crowd a little bit, or
Mm.
whatever. And then yeah, no, they just had the Northwestern cat dressed as Rick Astley, and then they actually showed the music video of Rick Astley too. So it was very well done. Hats off to Northwestern for
So
that
so
one.
it
So
sounds like they really won the game there.
no,
There is what it sounds like what happened.
final score says no.
Yeah. Right. Hey. And what is IWGR? It's been bugging me ever since we started here.
This is those are the initials of a golf course I played in Indian Wells, so it's the Indian Wells Golf Resort, isn't it? Is
Okay.
the initials for that.
I was
The best
wondering what
course
the
I've
R was
played,
gonna be.
best course I've played, personally, it was fantastic. Best round I've ever shot in my life too. And yeah, those are some good memories right there. Big fan of that course. That was fun. They have 2 courses at this resort, 2 18s. I think it's like a celebrity and like the pro or something like that. I don't know. The harder of the two was getting worked on though, so I played the lesser of the two, which I think is a celebrity course. Which honestly, I'm not that good enough to play the harder course anyways. But yeah, it was awesome. It was so Jules was in a conference for work and I got to go. She was like, "Do you want to go? Like, I guess people can bring like spouses or plus ones or whatever. Like, you can't go to the conference, but you could hang out in
Yeah.
Indian Wells." I was like,
Yeah.
absolutely, I'm down for that. That oh, this was okay. Backtrack a little bit more. That was like one of the best like weeks of my entire life because I was in Miami for 3 days for work, which was like just like a work trip for fun. Like we didn't really do like any real work. So I was in Miami for 3 days. Flew back the very next day. I'm sitting row 7 in Ford Field for the Taylor Swift concert of the Eras Tour. And then the day after that, we fly to California for a week. Indian Wells, and then we went to LA afterwards. I was like, what a week this is about. A week and a half this is turning into for me. Like everything just mapped out very nicely. Yeah, that was a good little week and a half there. That was a lot of fun. But anyways, yeah, shot the best round of my life here. I And I honestly, the reason why I think that is well, I have two reasons in mind. One, I didn't bring my own clubs, so I rented clubs there, and I rented these Callaways, which I guess are supposed to be more forgiving, and they were more forgiving for sure. I hit very well that day. Two, weather was beautiful, and I think the dry air was somewhat helpful being in the desert with whatever. But I think the most important thing was it is the prettiest course I've ever played because you're just in the middle of the Coachella Valley. So there's this golf course, and all that's around you is like the desert Rockies everywhere, and like palm trees and cactus and all this other stuff. Every hole, I kid you not, every hole I walk up to tee box and go, oh my God, like, how does this place exist? And I'm just sitting there looking, I'm like, I gotta hit a golf shot right now, but I don't even want to stop looking. Like, I was so distracted by like the beauty of it all. Like, I couldn't overthink playing, as I think what really helped me out that day. Like, I didn't play great. I shot an 89, but I mean, like for me, that's amazing. I'm like, I shot an
That's
89
awesome.
at this place.
Yeah.
How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
I think the other part of that too is I played like the proper tees. I wasn't playing all the way at the back or anything like that. I'm like, listen, I'm already behind. I've got rental clubs. I rental balls or have to buy separate balls or whatever. I did get to have a warm up though, which was even better. So I got to like learn my distances with these clubs and stuff. But yeah, Indian Wells, absolutely stunning place. So beautiful. I would so go back there in a heartbeat. It was fun.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Putting it on the list. There we go.
Yeah. There's my two little long stories because I don't know how to make short ones.
We love it. We love the golf minute on the Backmarkers podcast.
Mm-hmm. Michigan Minute and Golf Minute for you there. I got you on covered on both of those.
There we
And the
go.
Internet Invitational was electric.
Can we just do a brief Pistons minute real quick about the number one team in the East?
We might as well.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Number one team in the East.
They are number one team in the East. They're playing tonight, trying to make it 10 in a row. Quick
No
update
paid.
on that. We're playing the Pacers and we are winning.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I knew the Pacers were going to be bad this year because of Halliburton having a season-ending injury in Game 7 last year. They are 1-12.
Yeah.
They're 1-12.
And you
That
can't
is
forget
not
they
good.
lost Miles Turner. Can't forget they lost Miles Turner.
That's right.
Yeah.
1-12 is bad though, like really bad. They're not the only 1-12 team, which is even funnier. You know how
Brooklyn, the Wizards.
Washington Wizards are 1-12. Brooklyn is 2-11, not much better.
Yeah, because
they
played each
side,
other, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then on the other side, the Pelicans are 2-11. So there's some bad teams in the NBA right now.
Well, yeah, there's some good draft picks coming up this year, so exciting to see what happens.
Yeah.
But
while we're on the NBA minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mavericks. I need to see how the Cooper Flag experience was going for them.
My God.
They are 4-10.
He looks ridiculous, though. He looks really good.
I do find it funny that they did fire Nico like at the start of this year.
I mean, I don't think it's going to save them necessarily. You know, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Mavericks fans. But there's going to need to be a lot of other moves that happen. But I don't know. Is there anything else basketball-wise you want to cover? Because I was about to hard transition us into Formula One.
No, I think we can make a hard right turn over to Las Vegas here and make our way on up the desert.
It's left from Dallas. You're going west.
I was still in California in my mind. That's fair.
Well, you were just talking about the Mavericks, so I figured we were.
That's true. I was just talking about the Mavericks. And you know what? We were last in Brazil, so that'd be a little northwest motion, which would be up and to the left. So yeah, hard left turn into Las Vegas here. Hitting the blackjack tables. Yeah, we're making a left turn. Yes, we can jump right into it. Welcome back to the Formula One podcast known as Backmarkers F1 podcast. That's Ben. I'm Derek. We are very near the end of the 2025 season, the longest season of the Formula One experience that we're
so far
driving through so far. Yes. we are in Las Vegas. We are in a track that we've been talking about for several weeks now about could Max Verstappen compete here? Can he get another victory here? Can Mercedes keep up their fight for second place? Can Oscar Piastri fight back against Lando Norris, or can Lando Norris just keep his head down and keep on moving? We are at a gambler's palace, and there might be some moves that are made. I don't know. That was a tough one. That was bad.
No,
Anyways,
I mean
it's
the
Vegas.
first part had me hyped. I mean, I was fully bought in. I mean,
Mhm.
let's go. What a great season this has been. What a great season this still is. What a great season it's going to turn out to be. I cannot wait for this race and the races to come.
Oh
Um,
yes. There
yeah.
are, I think I read earlier, 83 points still up for grab, I think is
Hmm.
the correct number
Sounds
there.
right.
83 maximum points left between the three races and one more sprint race on top of it as well. Um Anything can happen. Truly, anything can happen. It all it takes for Piastri is one race that Lando needs to crash out and he needs to win, and then there you go, boom, it's right back to being flipped or tied or whatever that point breakdown is. And Max is not that much further behind on top of it. It is a three-horse race still, thankfully, after the amazing comeback drive from Max in Brazil there. And we've talked about it for weeks. This looks like a track that Red Bull should be able to continue to compete at, and maybe you can pull off another win here.
Be crazy to see. I can't wait.
Hmm. Since it is Las Vegas and we're in the gambler's palace, what do you think the odds are for a Max Verstappen victory this weekend? Let's play that game.
How does that work again? Because it's like one, two, because it's like plus. I know it's plus.
Oh, of course it's plus. No one's gonna be negative right now.
Yeah, plus. But then usually it's like a hundred something, right?
So
100, 200,
so
three
plus
hundred, etc.
100 would be like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
So you are going to be well above plus 100
Yeah.
for a Max
So
Verstappen win this weekend.
I would say probably it was well above plus 100, but probably still lower than we think. Is it over or under plus 600?
Um, Boy, was I not anywhere close to being right. Max Verstappen at this very moment is your odds-on favorite
Favorite?
to win
Oh,
this
Derek.
race. Not very bad for me. And I'll tell you what's even crazier. Oscar Piastri ain't even in the top three of favorites for this race this weekend.
Wow.
So in order, you got Max, as I mentioned, odds on favorite, plus 175. That is a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. Then you got Lando at plus 200. Then you got George at plus 450 as your third odds on favorite to
Wow.
win, with Piastri behind them at plus 650. That is crazy. That is crazy to see Oscar being placed behind George at this point in time in regards to could he win this race? I mean, does that I think just indicates how far off he has fallen so far.
Maybe. I
What do you
don't
mean
know. Is
maybe?
there is
Vegas
there
knows. Everybody knows it's
Vegas knows.
Vegas.
But is there favoritism between the two McLaren drivers? Is that
I
what it
don't
is?
think
I mean,
so.
like, is there is I mean, all I'm saying is I could come up with like 10 different reasons. You know what I mean? I think he might have it again, but then again, I've kind of staked my flag in Team Oscar. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I'm kind of a believer in him, not only because I am, but also for the plot. Um, but I think the funniest outcome is a Max win, and I think I can't not root for the funniest outcome.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, we'll see what happens, but I don't know if Oscar is as bad as people are saying he is. Does that make sense?
I don't think it's that he's become bad. I think it's like Vegas is just showing here that he is off his game right now, and they're viewing it by a lot at this point. I mean, George Russell's got 200 better odd points than Oscar does. That's pretty significant right there. of a difference, and he's very far off from Max and Lando when you're looking at the numbers that way. That does shock me a little bit. And it's just so curious, like Wes, to like what happened that has caused that for him with regards to his driving abilities right now. Because even with Lando when he was going through his struggles and well the rest of the season, um, he was still up there top two in terms of the odds. There was still them too. So to see this is kind of shocking to me, to be quite honest. I'm very surprised that he's so far down the order compared to these guys. Um, he's got a lot to prove, and I don't know what went wrong for him. I really don't. I mean, granted, he lost the lead of the championship, but it wasn't like he blew it. It was never that far of a gap. It always appeared to be a bigger gap, just the way that the races had gone, right?
Mhm.
Where it felt like Lando had to do everything to fight back to get back into competition, even in those races when Oscar was winning. It looked like he just had everything handled with ease, but yeah, ever since his wreck, which he didn't even get knocked out of the race for that one, it was like I something's been off, and I don't fully understand it, nor have I read a whole lot on as to why that could be happening either. It is kind of a little bit of a shock here, and I'm
Mhm.
I'm just finally seeing all of that now, looking at the way the numbers are breaking.
Yeah, that makes
Do
sense.
you think there's a reason for why Oscar's fallen off, or like why this could be the case?
I think it could be any number of reasons. I think that it could be psychological after, the false start, after all the craziness, the crash, all that stuff that he's had to deal with since he kind of started this slump.
Hmm.
It could be nerves of chasing down a championship, even though that doesn't really track with what we've seen of his personality.
Right.
Um, and I was joking when I said it was sabotage, but if we put on our tinfoil hats for a second, why would the British team not want the British driver to win the racing championship? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean they've kind of been, and I'm not saying this to start conspiracies or anything. Like I said, the I'm in camp. The funniest outcome is the most desirable outcome.
Hmm.
Um, but how funny would it be if this team that did not want to issue a team order happens to swing things one way versus the other because they try to not issue team orders, and
Yes.
I'm not bringing sources to back that up because again this is the fun conspiracy argument. um but it could be anything why he's in a slump, but
Hmm.
even Ted Williams, the most beautiful swing in all of baseball, even he had a slump. So
Right.
you got to peak at the right time in a sport of what do they race 10 months out of the year?
Yeah,
Pretty
basically,
much.
right?
So
March, April,
yeah.
May, June, July. I mean, they
ends in
technically race in August, even though they have this break for the most part.
yeah
September,
ends pretty
October,
close to
November,
December.
and now they're into December. Yeah, they're over the course of 10 months.
Yeah.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, isn't it?
And I mean, they're back to winter testing in February.
Yeah. So
It is kind of funny for how many breaks they have. They do cover basically the whole calendar all the year round. Because even when they're done with the race, like in January, it's relatively quickly. They've got the new livery announcements and all that other stuff too.
yeah.
And then it's like,
And
oh,
I know you saw the livery announcement that Red Bull's going to do next year, right?
in Detroit, baby.
Okay. And if it's not the Ford Blue with the Red Bull, I am going to riot. I'm going to cry. Yeah, I'm going to be really sad. Just give me what I want.
Hmm.
Give me what I want,
He
Mr.
wants a
Farley.
Ford Blue
Just
car.
give me Ford Blue with the big old bull, and
Hmm.
I'll be happy. But
I
we'll
mean, the
see.
teaser photo for it looks like that could be
Dude,
an
I can't
option.
get my hopes up. I cannot get my hopes up. Like
What
I
if they
I
put it
need
on
to see
the
it.
What if they put it on the Racing Bull, but not the Red Bull?
Whatever, man. Just give it to me. I don't give
You
a
want one?
shit.
You want one
I'm
of it?
pissed off that they have two teams still, and I'm not over that, and I'm not gonna be over that. But I'm
I
only gonna root for one
okay.
of the two teams, and it's gonna be the one that's the livery that I like more.
How cool would it be if they do the Ford Blue on the Red Bull
Yeah.
with the Red Bull or whatever, like we're accustomed to, but it's
Mm-hmm.
the Ford Blue, and then on the Racing Bull, because since they generally go with more white livery, they have the white livery, but with the two blue racing stripes. How cool would
Inject
that be?
that into
That would
my
be awesome.
veins. Yes, that's
That
exactly
would
what
be
I need.
sick. That would be
Yeah.
very cool.
Honestly, I would like the blue to have a white racing stripe or two white racing stripes. Like that would be
Hmm.
sick. Like kind of call back to the Mustang, the Shelbys, and stuff like that. But
GT40s, yeah.
boy can dream, can he?
Boy can dream. Yes, he can. In other car news, it looks like Cadillac might be going with a black car
No, I
potentially.
think that was a testing. That thing that I sent
It's
you
just
was
the
a
testing
testing thing.
vehicle.
Yeah, but I wanted an excuse to quote Johnny Cash,
That's
saying
fair.
always wanted me one that was long and black.
I mean, I wouldn't be stunned if Cadillac went with a black car,
I mean, it would track if they did, but also that
right?
yellow that they have.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. And now I'm
that's a
thinking
very
about
Chevy
this,
color too. Yeah.
but now I'm thinking about the sound of their WEC cars starting up. It starts off with a little electric squeal and then the boom. Oh man, that was
Yeah,
awesome. I
that
love
was
that
awesome. That was awesome.
video.
But yeah, they'll be a Ferrari engine user for the first 2 years, right? Yeah, until 28. So we have to wait a little longer to hear what the sound of their engine actually could be. Um, God, I'm so excited to have Cadillac on the grid. I just can't wait to see what merch they have come out because I want to buy it.
Just their merch is going to be so good and so expensive, and I can't touch any of it.
Oh, all of every piece of F1 merch is way too expensive as
No,
we've
no, no, no.
as
But
we've
but but
discussed.
you
But
got but what you got to do is you got to wait until the end of the year. In their
I'll buy
end
the
of the
sales.
year closeout sales, you get it half off. That's the way to
Yes,
do it. That's
of
the way to
course.
do it. Half to three quarters off on those closeout sales at the end of the season.
Well, that is true, but I also forgot I do have those free Cadillac Racing t-shirts that they just pass out at the Detroit Grand Prix. So I've got a couple of those lined up, ready to go.
We love it.
Do love that. Um, Other news with Formula One and storylines going into it. Lando, Max. I think we should talk a little bit more about the Mercedes versus Ferrari battle here um, as we continue to close out because that is the second main, I would say, interest in
I'm
terms of the standings
reminded
here.
about reminded about Ferrari's performance last weekend.
Yes, in the ever going ping pong battle between them, they did lose the last game here. Um, and with three to go, it is. Let's see, that's right. It is oh, that's forgot about this. Ferrari has slipped down into fourth place in the championship,
Ooh,
as Max Verstappen has taken over third place with 366 points to Ferrari's 362. And Mercedes is sitting a little more comfortably in second place at 398. So maybe more of a battle for third at this point in time than it is a battle for second.
yeah.
Unless Mercedes has a bad weekend, but
If that's
Kimi
even
has
a
been
battle,
racing way too well that it feels like their two drivers are too much better at this point.
yeah. As a Ferrari fan, I don't think that Ferrari has a chance of catching up. I think Max is going to come into form in a lot of ways and really take off, and then I also think that they're not they're not going to get close to Mercedes.
Hmm.
It's just not going to happen.
I think that just speaks to how awesome this season has been, just generally too. Because yes, while McLaren has run away with the constructors title, um, and their two drivers are more than likely the ones who will end up winning the drivers' championship as well. You still have the three drivers with Max still in it, and then down the rest of the order. I mean, for the most part, everybody else is fighting for like the best they can possibly achieve this season still. Like the Mercedes Ferrari battle has been fun. Now Red Bull's in that mix for second place. That's pretty cool. Williams is kind of the one outsider I would say in this, where they're pretty locked into fifth and not really an opportunity to go further than that. But the battle for six between the four of the remaining five teams has also been incredible this season. That's been back and forth all year long. And it does seem like they're all still fighting for that, which I do find kind of interesting given that it's a new regulations of a new car next year. You almost would have thought maybe they would want to get a lower position to have more of that wind tunnel time and stuff like that, as some of the new rules that came from the 2021 or 2022 Concord had laid out, that the further down you are, the more advantages you had. And it does seem like everybody's still honestly just racing for more of the money than anything.
Money makes the sport go round.
Yeah, but they've got like spending caps and stuff now, you know?
Still gonna make it to spend it.
It's true. That's true.
So,
You do. But that has been very fun to see. I mean, I would imagine well, Haas had a late development, but the other ones I don't feel like we've heard anything about, you know, upgrades and things like that. Like, I don't know. It's been very fun up and down the line. It's like every week has been interesting. The remaining points place finishers has been very fluid with who's actually into those spaces too. Just what an incredible year all around, honestly. Are we doing something wrong by switching the cars?
that's what people always say at the end of a regulation set. It gets
Hmm.
close, the racing gets good, then we change it up again, and then it's not good anymore. So the nature of the sport and part of the fun of the sport is the change and the betting and the
Hmm.
not betting in terms of sports books because we don't have any sponsorships for those.
But
Hint,
we would
hint,
like one.
nudge, nudge. Yeah, please. Um,
And if you're interested, email us at the backmarkersf1pod@gmail.com.
and honestly, like it doesn't even have to be for a lot. We will just be happy to have one. I mean, that's not saying don't come with a good offer, but it we'll be happy.
Hmm.
So also take that into consideration. Um, no, but I mean, I part of the sport is the change. Part of the
Hmm.
sport is okay, every couple of years we reset who's going to be in the right car at the right time. So um yeah, it's part of the sport. That's all.
Fair
Sorry.
enough.
Didn't mean to take too
Honestly,
long with that.
no, that's okay. I think honestly, because the change of, the vehicle and the regulation types isn't uncommon. That's part of the history of it, right? It's the formula that, they set, the standards that they set. Kind of makes it continuously interesting in a way because you have the new and it's, oh, we got to figure it out for like a year or two or maybe three depending, and then by the middle of it you've got your, okay, these are the ones who figured it out, and then it gets to the point where they go, okay, well, these guys have figured it out too much, so it's time to change it again. And then you get to the end, and then everybody stops developing. And it kind of gets interesting again because everybody just kind of stops. They focus on the next, and other people can catch up. Like Red Bull eclipsed Mercedes at the end. McLaren has eclipsed Red Bull now at the end. Like, and I guess
Well, I
what
mean, but you also have
Mercedes
to
eclipsed
factor
Red
in.
Bull at the beginning of the V6 hybrid era or whatever, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, but
it's kind of like a natural changing of the guard in some sense,
yes, yeah, and
which is cool.
you have to factor in the other changes. The Renault era ended and the
Hmm.
Mercedes era began, and then
Hmm.
it switched over to Red Bull. So all of those things, all of these different regulation changes with the now the underfloor arrow and everything that everybody has with the ground effect arrow. That's the word I was looking for.
Hmm.
That's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is the set of cars that we have. This is the team that did that the best. Let's see what else, who has what. So
Yeah,
um yeah, the change is part of the fun. So
this sure
let's see
is.
what's
It
let's see
definitely
what's
is.
next.
It's like they've thought about this before and they kind of know what they're doing when they're
Yeah,
running this worldwide sport that's pretty popular.
yeah.
Let's see. I'm just scrolling through to see if there are any other headlines that we missed or should talk about.
And we are recording this on Monday, so hopefully nothing important happens
Yeah.
while we're away.
If something
So
crazy drops, I mean, maybe an emergency pod just to talk about it, or we just wait. I don't know. We'll find out. Um,
wait.
I one thing I did see online was I think someone was talking about like Leah Block has like the best
Mhm.
option to, or like the best odds or chances of getting a seat in a Formula One car or something like that. Did you see anything about this?
I didn't see anything about it, but I know that she's in one of the feeder series and partnered with Williams,
Yes,
and
I believe
is
she's in the
technically a
academy.
Williams Academy driver. Yep.
Yeah.
So not sure the particulars and specifics of exactly what she's doing,
Hmm.
just because I don't follow it that closely. But I do see her in Williams cars every once in a while.
Yeah.
So
I think it's one of those things where this is just the nature of racing to some extent, where I saw a standings and I don't even know if it's current, but she was like maybe 10th out of the 20 or something in that effect. And some people were saying like there's nine other people better than her. Of course she's not going to get there or something like that. But I mean, to some extent, it depends on the car you're in. Is it a fast car? Are they all standardized cars? I don't know much about the Academy. I think it works
no.
more like Formula 2 and Formula 3, where it is more of a hey, here's a car that everybody's driving, and at the end of the day, still some of them are faster than others. Um, but a lot of it probably still comes down to just money too. And let's be honest, the block name is rather large when it comes to the automobile racing thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's interesting. Has there ever been a woman to drive in a Formula One car, like
I
during an
am
actual race itself?
I am not educated enough to have an answer to this.
I'm not
Um,
either.
that would be something worth looking into. I know obviously there are famous women and famous legends of motorsport,
Right.
like Michelle Mouton, who was a French rally driver.
Hmm.
Um, all sorts of other names that are not coming to me now. Sorry,
There
but
are um, five women to have entered a Formula One Grand Prix, but not since 1976. So it has been a
yeah,
while,
it had
but
been a
it did
while.
happen.
Yeah.
The five ladies, Maria Teresa de Filippis,
Mm-hmm.
she was the first woman to enter a race, making her debut in 1958.
Oh, that's
Layla
really
Lombardi
mm-hmm.
competed
That
in
name I
17
recognize.
Grand Prix from 74 to 76, scoring points at the 75 Spanish Grand Prix. It's pretty good. Davina Galisa attempted to qualify for the British Grand Prix in 76, but was unsuccessful. Desiree Wilson attempted to qualify for the 1980 British Grand Prix, but did not make the grid. She is the only woman to have won a Formula One race, though it was not a championship race, but rather a round
Mm-hmm.
of the British Aurora F1 Championship. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then Giovanna Amati is the last woman to enter an F1 race, attempting to qualify for three races in 1992. That
Good
sounds
for
very
them.
contradictory to what I said, though. Does
Eh,
it not?
it does, but I mean, hey, you're probably reading the AI overview or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, don't blame it on the
Oh, this
computers.
this repeats it again. While no woman has raced in championship race since 1976, some have participated in practice sessions or tests in more recent years. Susie Wolf was the
Susie
last
Wolf.
female
Yep.
driver to participate in F1 race weekend, driving practice sessions during the 2014 seasons. And then Jess Hawkins became the first woman to drive a modern F1 car for the first time in 5 years in 2023. So there you go. Um, that is women in motorsports is definitely something that's interesting because there have been some rather large names. I as much as people love to shit on her, Danica Patrick being a pretty big one in America at least. But there's been I don't know their names because I don't know that much about the history, but I know there have been several women to have competed in NASCAR races over the course of years, not outside of Danica Patrick, that is. Um, entered into individual races like the 500 or the Indy 500. Sorry, the 500. I meant the Daytona 500. Um, yeah, and I know I read a book, one of the last books I've ever read actually. It was called Faster. Have you heard of that one?
I'm hung up on one of the last books you ever read. Sorry.
Fair enough. Anyways, this book is entitled Faster, and it was about Renee Dreyfus. Faster
Mm.
book. And
Mm.
shoot, what were the other people's names? Neil Bascom is the author. It was about 1930s Grand Prix racing. I thought the
Interesting.
story was gonna be a little bit more different than what it ended up being. It was still a very good story. It was kind of about how much the German teams kind of started dominating in the world of Grand Prix racing, with the nationalized movement in Germany at the time, putting a lot of the efforts into all things sports to prove they were the best, as we've read about in history books. Um, and it was about how this kind of like ragtag group of people essentially put together a team, and they were like the first ones to beat Mercedes or Audi, which was Auto Union at the time, um, in like the first race or two of like the whatever 30 whatever year season that it was. Reading it though stunned me at how different Grand Prix racing used to be. Obviously, this was before Formula One existed as an organization, but it was the what is it, the precipice to Formula
Hmm.
One. So, but within that, kind of like the owner, founder, the money behind this team that Renee Dreyfus ends up driving for to win, was an American woman who loved racing and had competed in several racing events herself,
Hmm.
prior to getting into Grand Prix racing, like a lot of rallies, a lot of like time trial type stuff, like races across Europe. Like there was one that they competed in, like somewhere in Norway, maybe Oslo down to like Monaco was the race or
Hmm.
something like that. It was
Wow.
some of
Yeah.
the stuff they did was wild stuff. And within all of this, it talked a lot about how there were several women drivers and women teams just always competing in this for like ever for the most part. So I think that's a fun little history that, you look at sports and there's always like a pretty good distinction between like men's and women's, and racing is one of those where it's been pretty male dominant as of late. But if you look back in history, there's always been women around and involved in it. I think that's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those ones where you can compete.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. It's
it's
driving a car.
yeah.
Anybody can drive a car. So it's fun. But yeah, what do you
Not
say we
any,
get in?
not anymore.
Well, no, yeah, Nikita Mazepin cannot do it. Um,
He went there. All right.
what do you say we get into our preview here of the race? Let's pick some drivers and make our picks here.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. Let's do it.
Viva Las Vegas, as the king has once said. With that, all right, preview time, picks and preview. I'm going to go ahead and make my first selection in our fantasy lineup here of
What?
one Max Verstappen over Yuki Tsunoda. I know, crazy. How dare I even think of doing such of a thing? That is
Wow.
such a gutsy call. I know,
It's a
ridiculous.
bold, it's a
Um,
bold strategy, Cat. Let's see how it plays out.
very bold strategy. I don't know how it's
Cat's
going to
not
work.
amused.
Yeah. Cat
Cat's
didn't like
not
that one.
amused. Cat's like, you're fucked,
Oh no. Um,
buddy.
I don't know. I don't think Yuki will have a bad race again. It's like this is, as we talked about, this is a race that Max can very well compete for a win. So, easy pick as it has been all year. And yeah, continuing with that one to get us started here.
There we go. There we go. Thanks for getting us started. Now,
Yes, sir.
the question is, what other teams are there? I can pick any other team
Except for Red Bull,
except for Red Bull.
as has been all season. Well, most of the season.
And I never know where to go. That's the
Mhm.
bad part. Is that
That
I
is a bad
never,
part.
yeah. This stinks. All right. Because Antonelli's been a little bit better than George.
He's
The last
gotten
like
two in a
two
row now.
races, he's
Hmm.
he's been a little bit hotter.
It's true.
I think I'm gonna ride that hot hand, and
You
I
ride the
think I'm
high
gonna
hand.
take Antonelli there.
All right.
Is my hand still on the chess piece? Because I'm feeling better about George now that I've said it.
All right. 3, 2, 1 to go.
George.
All right.
Yeah,
George.
I bitched out. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm sorry, internet. You saw it here. You saw it live.
I really hope Kimmy just like takes his ass this week.
Oh, dude, that would be so funny if it happened. Oh my god, that would be really funny. Um,
Yeah, Mercedes. I
yeah,
mean, even prior to Kimmy's previous results, or in the last two races where he has finally eclipsed George, it's been by like a place. And prior to that, even he'd been really keeping it close again with George here
yeah,
too. So
and I feel like Vegas being a street circuit is going to, I don't know, bring out the rookie in him is not really the phrase that I want to use, but like if
mhm,
it's not a perfect, perfect, perfect result from him,
mhm,
you know, I like George's odds a little bit better.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm glad I still have a hand on the chess piece. Where to now is the question.
That is.
Um, I think I'm going to Ferrari. I think I'm ready to get hurt again, Derek.
Are you doing Lewis? He wants to do Lewis. Oh man.
I want to do Lewis so badly because I know he's going to have an amazing helmet and it's going to be just the best.
He's just
I
never
want to
gonna
do it.
learn,
I want to
listener.
do it so badly, and I'm never
Listener,
gonna
he's
learn the
never gonna
lesson.
learn. No, he's
I'm
not.
never gonna learn.
Uh-uh.
I feel like my hand is still in the chess piece again, though. You know what I mean? Like I haven't
You have not
officially set
made
a
no.
name.
This one way more than your last pick, and your last one was questionable. So yeah, you've declared Ferrari. I think that's pretty clear.
I've
You got
declared
to make
Ferrari.
that
I've
pick.
declared Ferrari. Okay. God, I hate this game so
It's like
much. I hate this
Battleship.
game
You've picked
so
like the
much.
row. Now you need the column.
Oh my god. All right. Row F column. Uh, column 44. Lewis Hamilton. Let's go. Trusting my
um,
gut here.
listener, that is a miss. That is not a red hit.
How do you know?
I can't say that I do know for certain, but I've got pretty good vibe on that one here.
All right, we'll see.
Lewis over
We shall
Charles.
see. I
Ferrari.
don't like it
Yeah,
either. I don't like that choice either. I don't
I
like
would take
any of those
Charles here.
choices.
I'd take Charles here. I really would. I want to see him in that cool down car. I think he's been in it the last couple of years here.
How many races have we had at Vegas? It's just been two, right?
I think
I
3.
think has it been two or three?
Or is this the third?
I think this is the third.
This might be the third.
I think
Because
this is
2023 would have been the first one. Yeah, 23 sounds right.
yeah, tour
23
425.
sounds right. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Do I have it here? Not within it 23. Yep, I found it. Because the
There we
last
go.
F1 video game I have is 22, and Vegas is not in that one because it was the year after. So 23. This is the third race in Vegas. Um, yeah, I think you made a wrong move. I think Charles over Lewis. Ferrari though, um, I just don't know.
I don't
I
hate
think I just don't know with them with what they're gonna do. I think I think give me Charles at like fourth place.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be close between the two of them for whatever positions they come in, whether it's 4, 5, 5, 6, whatever.
Yeah,
Um, I just gotta pick the best driver ever. Sorry. I mean, hey, I am dreaming. I'm picking with my desires
heart.
rather than my yeah. So
That's true. You are doing that. With that, I'm gonna go to my favorite pick. The last few weeks here. I mean, Oliver Behrman over Esteban Ocon. He just loves kicking
yeah,
the shit out of his teammate right now,
that's probably
and
where I
it's
should have gone.
not even close.
Yeah.
Behrman has become so good. It's stupid. And I don't see any reason why he can't continue that trend. I mean, the last few races, he's been competing in the top spots of the race finishing order.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, the almost podium finish few races ago. Last week he was, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, he was in, I don't know, like fourth for a little while there too, sniffing around a little bit. One of the best graphics that's ever happened, sniffing around. Um, do you know what that is? Do you know what I'm referring to?
Nope.
Uh,
Not a clue.
so so and NFL when there's when they get into the back half of the season and they put the playoff graphic up on, the orders of the division leaders and then who's in the wild card, and then the third column is always like the teams on the outside looking in, and forever it's always been in the hunt, like in the hunt for the playoffs. And then one year, whoever it was, whatever broadcast, decided to put sniffing around instead, and we all, like, the NFL community saw that and was just like, that's brilliant. Sniffing around is so good. And it just divulged into different people. What else could you call in the hunt, basically? But it's gone back to in the hunt. But sniffing around had a moment there for a little while.
I like it. I like sniffing
Sniffing
around.
around.
Sniffing
So,
around.
anyways,
All right.
um, give me Behrman over Akon. Give me a Behrman points finish and an Akon like 13th or something like that. I think that's pretty reasonable here for the third home race for the one American team out there. Give me Cadillac on the grid already. I'm so sick of
Yeah.
rooting for a fake ass American team.
All right. We'll see.
Yes, yes, we shall. With that, I'll go to another fake ass American team. Give me Carlos Sainz over Alex Albon.
Okay. I don't hate that. I don't
Give
hate
me that.
either of those picks.
Hmm.
I hate
Going
mine
with my boy.
considerably more, but there we go. We'll take it.
Yep. Yeah, give me Carlos. I really want to root for him this weekend, so I want him on my team. Give him over here. Give me the pass the rock. Let's get after it. And he's been driving well again recently too. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, give me it. I'm all over it. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be shocked by a doubles points finish by Williams here this weekend. Maybe even
Mhm.
like a eighth, 10th, seventh, 10th, something like that. I think is very reasonably in the cards for them. But yeah, give me Sainz over Albon.
There we go. Okay. I really like that pick from you.
All right, sir, back to you for your third and fourth round.
This
Would you
is
like an update on
miserable.
who's available?
It might help me change my pick to something smarter, so sure.
All right. So on the board still, you got McLaren, you got Racing Bulls, you have Aston Martin, you got Kick Sauber, and then you have Alpine.
I think I need to take Pierre Gasly out of the Alpine. I
Okay.
think he's probably the one who is going to beat his teammate by the most.
Mm-hmm.
And then second to that, I'm going to old reliable, not necessarily reliable, but definitely old Fernando Alonso. Didn't see
You
that
think he'll care
transition
this
coming,
weekend?
didn't you?
Definitely old. That's what did it
I
for me. I'm like,
I
oh, now
hope
I know
that
where
he
he's going.
cares. I hope that he cares this weekend. Because
I
I
mean, to be
need the
fair,
points.
he cared for a little bit last weekend, but he still ended up ahead of Lance, even though by the end of it, he did not give two fucks about what was going on out there anymore. But
Yeah.
You just need him to care for like half the race. You need him
Yeah,
to care through the pit stops and then just go, okay,
that's
fine,
all. There
done.
we go. Get eighth. Get
I love
eighth.
that.
You can get eighth, Fernando.
Yes. He would like that.
He would like
Points.
that. I
He
would
wants to
like
compete
that.
for points. If he can compete for points, he'll try. If it's not in the
Yeah.
cards, see you later. Might as well just put in the reserve driver and just see what happens.
Hey, Jurgovich. Let's
hmm
go.
Alpine, Pierre over Franco. I
Yeah.
I hate
I
talking
mean,
about Alpine.
shit.
I absolutely hate
No.
talking about Alpine. Yeah, 19th and 20th. Sure, why not? Let's see what
Just sell
happens.
the team already.
Nobody wants you anymore. You tried. What an absolute downfall for them because they were best of the rest, fourth place for what, like 3 or 4 years in a row there, it felt like, or at least competing for it. And then they're like, we're gonna make the next move. We're breaking into the
They
top
thought they
three.
were.
And
They thought they would.
immediately went to shit and
Yeah.
went all the way back to the end of the rankings. It
And then
was
and
so
you
fast.
and you thought they were at rock bottom,
hmm
and then they continued to fall and get worse. Like no
Yeah.
matter what, it just keeps getting worse.
Like they won a race.
Yeah.
They won a race.
Yeah.
And it didn't even matter. They're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't need to improve. We won again. Who cares? What? Oh,
It's
silly
bad.
team. Oh,
It's
silly
bad.
team.
Very
It is
sad.
sad. It is sad for them.
Sad
Okay.
for us, man.
Oof.
The sport's better when the teams give a fuck. So
Which direction do I want to go? I don't like the options you left me with here.
yep.
They're always the worst ones. Give me Lando. Give me Lando Norris over Oscar. Lando over Oscar. Give it to me. Inject it into my veins. He's just gonna keep going. He's winning this
Yo,
championship. That's
you
my
think
that's
so?
my prediction right now. Yeah, I'd
Right.
I'd I'd love to see a Max win just for 5 in a row because that would
That
be
would be
epic.
so funny.
It would be epic. It really would be. But no, mind is telling me Lando's got this one. I think he's just driving too well right now and has found that next gear and is looking like a champion right now. That's my thoughts on the matter at least. So yeah, give me Lando over Oscar here. And for my last pick, do I want to take Sauber or the Racing Bulls? 3, 2, 1. Shit. I was so ready to make a move, but then I pulled it back. Give me Liam Lawson.
Oh, sweet. Oh, thank
Give me
God you're not going
Lawson.
to stick me with the fucking
Give me Lawson over Hadjar. I feel
whatever
better
we're
about
calling
that
them
than
now.
the Kick Sauber almost Audi project.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I have no good feeling about either of those driver pairings. I think they are the most
Really?
evenly matched. Yeah. And I think I wish I
Okay.
looked through this earlier just to see what the driver head-to-heads are like in the team. But
Mhm.
I would bet that they are the two like most even throughout the course of the season in terms of who's finished ahead of the other. Every week I almost just it's just a shot in the dark for me with regards to the Kicks Albert team. Like whenever you make your pick for them, I always go, no idea. I couldn't tell you. Like I
yeah.
sure, why not? I don't have a clue. And I think that's just a testament to how much of an improvement Bortoletto's made in the
Yeah.
back half of this season,
Yeah.
which again, as if you're an Audi fan, awesome. That is fantastic news for you. Um, but for this weekend with Hadjar and Lawson, same thing because Hadjar has been so up and down, and he'll just come out with a flash in the pan type of race. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't think that was going to happen. I don't know why. Guts just like Lawson's got way more to race for. He's going to do everything he can to make sure he gets ahead of Hadjar and try to get ahead of Yuki here. So that's what I'm going to go with Lawson.
Simple as that. That
Simple
leaves
as
me
that.
with
Yes.
Bortoletto.
You two in it?
Yep, I'm
Gabby
doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Bortoletto.
Yeah. Like it just a little bit more than Hulkenberg. Let's just see what we got.
Completely fair. I don't hate that. Again, I don't have a clue, so I don't hate that whatsoever. Um, there you go. That's our preview here for the race weekend. ahead. Let's go ahead and get into our picks then, starting off with then your race winner this weekend. Who do you got?
My race winner is going to be one Max Verstappen.
Maximilian Verstappen.
I'm
Is
doing
it?
it. I'm
Is
picking
that his
Max.
actual name?
I
Or is he just
believe it is
Max?
Maximilian. I believe it is
Okay.
Maximilian. But
Max Verstappen. I think that is a great pick, but not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso would once say. Um, I'm going with Lando Norris again. It's been a hot hand for me the last, well, few races, and
yeah,
I'm riding with that. I said it earlier too. I think Lando's going to win this thing outright, and I think that means he's going to have to win Vegas here as well. So give me Lando Norris as your race winner after Las Vegas. He's going to be getting pocket aces and, whatever, four of a kinds, straight flushes, royal flushes. He's going to do it all. Weekend
hey,
sweep.
that would be wonderful to see. Good for him.
For
I hope
him,
he
yes.
hope he does enter a poker tournament win. I don't know.
Be something. Would be something. With that, your winning margin.
Winning margin. Ah, man, I hate this so much. Between 1 and 5.
5 and 10?
What are the intervals again?
Under five, between 5 and 10, or over 10.
Under between 5 and 10.
Between five
Between
and
five
ten?
and ten. Yep. Just had to think about it for a bit.
Okay. I like it. Give me over. Over 10.
Okay. Okay.
Give
All
me the
right.
over 10. These races as of late have not been close. They just haven't. Lando's been so dominant, and I'm gonna ride with that this weekend and just
Okay.
see what happens and go from there.
Hope you're right. Hope it's Max by a mile. Would love to be wrong about that. Let's go.
There we go. Classified finishers. Let's street race. Let's go ahead and set that bad boy at 17 and a half for us this
Oof.
weekend. Let's make it
Oof.
difficult. 17 and a half. What do you like?
It's difficult. I'm still smacking the under. I want chaos, baby.
I feel like we get the chaos in bunches, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of been a trend this year, is it kind of comes in waves. And we had the under in the last race. And I'm going to stick with you on that too. I'm going under. I'm going
Here
under
we go.
17 and a half. I like that a lot. Just whether it be probably some sort of mechanical failure, if I had to guess, is going to happen. Um, maybe someone hits a manhole cover again. Repeat that from 2 years ago. I don't think that'll happen. They've got that too fixed up because they know about it now. But
Hopefully.
yeah, give me the under. I like that. Let's go for some chaos. It's Vegas. Some gambling moves are going to happen. We're
Here
getting
we
to a
go.
point where Max and Oscar are just going to have to try to do something, and whether that causes something behind them to happen or they hit somebody, I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's go with the under here. It's going to get crazy as we finish up the end of this season.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. It's going to be a good race.
Viva Las Vegas, indeed. I'm very excited for this. Saturday night here in the United States too. Isn't that
Jeez,
like a super late
way
one
too
for us
late.
as well?
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning East Coast time.
No way. It's not that
Yeah.
late, is it? They
Yeah, it
started at
is.
midnight in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's
That's really
fucked.
dumb.
It's pretty bad. So
It is not that bad. All right, listen to this.
no,
Race is
I
at
no,
11
dude.
p.m. It's 11 p.m. East Coast time.
11 p.m. East Coast time.
Yes, I'm staying
That's
my
not
ass
that
up
bad.
and
I'm staying
watching
up for
that
that.
thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
stay up. We'll watch that. And yeah, qualifying is on Friday at 11 p.m. as well, with practice sessions at 7:30 on Friday, and then on Thursday at 7:30 and 11 p.m. So late night ones, but hey, it is Vegas, baby, and it's nighttime and it's all lit up. Dude, I like the Vegas track a lot. I know people think it's stupid, but I'm a big fan of it. I think it is fun. They've
That's
got
all that matters.
they have good passing opportunities on this. You get to drive down the strip and it's sweet. I might be a little biased because I got to drive it on the simulator, like the real one too, and that was just epically cool. Um, Yeah, I like Vegas. Vegas is fun. I'm glad that they do this one here, and it's a real street course, not like how they used to do it, which was in like the parking lot of some hotel, and that was a dumb one. But hey, that was the '80s. They were trying stuff out.
Hey man, autocross is fun.
True.
Autocross, dude, showing up to autocross in a Formula One car, what a dick.
That
That
would
would
be
be
something.
so fun.
Do you see that
Um,
there is a potential for snow on Saturday night in Las Vegas?
what?
There's a
Are you
potential for
serious?
snow. I swear to God, I'm gonna pull it up right now just to double check to see if that's changed at all. Saturday
That
in
would be
Las
so
Vegas
fucking funny.
is not. I got duped so hard then. Damn it. I think I
Wow.
got duped hard online. Dang it.
You got
I got
Centelled?
got. I might have.
Wow.
I don't remember what the source was or
Breaking
the
news
account was
here.
that I saw. But I saw something that said that there was a potential for snow on Saturday in Las Vegas. Let me Google this because I need to know if that was ever something.
Hey, scroll
Was
past the
there
AI interview this time.
potential? Yeah, right, for snow um, at the Las Vegas
Can we
GP.
can we go back to the Pistons a minute for a second? Pistons are
Oh yeah, I
being
got sent
absolute breaks.
so hard. No, this was a false rumor from a viral social media mix-up referring to a different city, Las Vegas, New Mexico. So someone just picked a different Vegas and they're like, "Look, there's no potential for snow." Damn it. I got. All right, back to the Pistons a minute. Yeah, what we got?
They're beating the brakes off the Pacers. They're up by like
Are
20.
they?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, at
Yeah.
halftime. That's not even
With
close.
no Cade. With no
Cade's
Cade.
not playing?
Yeah, Cade's out.
Is he
Cade's
hurt?
missing his third game in a row. Yeah, he smacked the shit out of his hip. Honestly, before he got injured, he looked tired.
Okay.
Um, and then he went up for a layup and smacked the crap out of his backside. Came
Oh,
back into the game, but had a little thing with his hip. So hopefully he gets back to 100% soon.
yeah, absolutely. So what, Jenkins, he step up for him then?
So he's a bucket. But also Duran.
Oh, Caris
Happy
LeVert's back
birthday.
from injury. That's cool.
Happy birthday, Jalen Duran. I think that's tomorrow.
Oh, very good. Happy
So,
birthday to him indeed. B-ball Paul. I love that B-ball Paul is on this
oh
team.
my
It's
God,
so
dude.
funny.
I would take two to the chest for anybody on the Pistons. Two shot. Bang, bang, right there.
2 shots at the line.
Oh, no.
I know what you said.
All
I
right.
was
Yeah,
ref I
I
was
just had to
referring to the
clarify. I didn't know if you
I
needed
was
to beep it
referring
out
to
or not.
the little Dicky freestyle on Sway in the morning. LD baby.
I think this is the third
We've
Little Dicky rep.
referenced,
Yeah,
and by
of the
we, me,
podcast in the
I've
history.
referenced Lil Dicky a lot on this podcast, which is very funny because I find his music funny, but I wouldn't say I'm like that big of a fan. So, but anyways, got anything else here for the program?
I think we're good, gang. Enjoy the Vegas Grand Prix.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Saturday night lights, baby.
Shootout on the strip. Let's go.